Hello and welcome back to SirKentSaid.com. How you doing out there in the webs? I know it's been a minute. I took holiday to New York last week, and I don't think I did a video the weekend before that, so it's been like 2 weeks since I put anything out. But seeing how I tested positive for needing a fucking holiday after 3 years, yeah, I had that shit coming. So I'm back, and I was itching to get something out this weekend, and that is exactly what I am planning on doing right now. And of course, it's going to be action oriented because that's how I roll. But I wanted to talk about The Shadow Strays. This movie is directed by, and this video, I'm going to be fucking up names all day. So just be ready for it. But this video was directed by Timo that motherfucker. That's who it was directed by. Who has a history of shooting Indonesian action flicks, which this is, because he directed Headshot and The Night Comes for Us All. He also produced or wrote or got some type of credit on the Raid movies as well. And as you all know, as far as I'm concerned, both those Raid movies redefined action movies forever. So there you go. So he definitely has experience to direct this one that he just did. And this movie stars if you can pronounce the name, come at me in the comments. And again, come at me in the comments. These are both Indonesian actresses. The movie revolves around, and the opening scene, while very good, was kind of trippy because these are Indian women dressed up as ninjas in Japan. He took out a bunch of Yakuza guys. The story revolves around 13 is her name, who is a assassin, a 17-year-old assassin who had been trained since a child to be an assassin. And during the hit in Japan, she makes one mistake because she pumped 3 rounds into an innocent woman. And in that moment, she froze up. And the secondary target that they were going after got drop on her, pumped a bunch of rounds into her. And because of this, her teacher / boss, Umbria, ships her ass back to the farm for retraining, reprogramming, whatever. Basically, because of this, she feels abandoned. She has no family. She has no friends. In this line of work, you can't have either, really. Her only point of contact is a payphone with a pre-recorded response. She can't talk to her teacher, who she sees as a mother figure. So she can't get any closure or be made to feel better about her misstep, even though it wasn't a misstep. So she is just left adrift. She has no purpose. She doesn't know where she stands either with her job or in her life. And because of this, she takes interest in a neighbor down the hall. A neighbor down the hall who is kind of fucked up and ends up being killed by her, I want to say, pimp. And her son, who was really taking care of her, is left alone. And because of these circumstances, she decides to look out for the son. Only thing is, the people who killed her mother are not quite finished with him yet either. And therein starts the problem. I like the fact that they decided to make two women the big bads, the main characters of this movie, because in all the other movies, the women can go just as hard as dudes. If you've seen The Night Comes For Us or Headshot, the chicks in these movies, they are badass. So to put them front and center, I think is well deserved. The action is definitely what you expect from the guy who directed Headshot and The Night Comes For Us. If you like ultra-violent action scenes, lots of blood, and the fact that you know that in Indonesian movies, they actually have full contact. I mean, they're not trying to knock a motherfucker out, but they're going to make contact. So a lot of the times when they have those reactions, they're not faking. That's because somebody just got punched, like for real. It ain't that shit from that remake of Roadhouse. And we all know how that shit just, don't even get me started. But yeah, this was I saw the trailer a little while ago and I was looking forward to it. It was a good welcome back home movie to watch this weekend. Out of a 1 to 10 rating, just because it's from this director, just because that opening action scene in Japan was so fucking good. I'm going to give it an 8. Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8 because of the action fan that I am and because of how grounded, gritty, and bloody the action scenes were. So there you go. I'm definitely, if you're an action fan, if you're on my channel, you're probably an action fan. I definitely recommend you check this out on Netflix. It's a Netflix joint. You definitely want to go see this. And yeah, those are my thoughts, and I'll see you on the other side.